Sebastian, thank you for your time. How are you doing?
Great, great, great. Thank you for the interview.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we talked in April before your last fight. Looking back at that experience, how would you say you would assess your performance in your last bout?
Good. We got the job done. We got the job done. We got it done early.
Yeah, I would certainly say so. Kind of thinking about that, the fact that you have a three-fight KO streak going. Um, have you seen an increase in your power in the gym? Is that something that you've been noticing that, hey, I'm changing and things are getting better here?
Definitely, definitely. With age, we're maturing a little bit more in the ring. Not with just punching power, but technique and knowledge, and it's been getting better.
As far as that knockout power, is it something that people always talk about? Oh, he's getting his manpower, or you see that sort of thing. How true is that when people talk about the maturity of a young fighter? And was there a moment when you first saw like, okay, things have just changed? Was there a defining moment when that occurred?
I don't think I had a defining moment, but I definitely believe in the man strength, because it feels like your power doubles or quadruples. But I always thought I had strength, a strong jab or whatever, punch or uppercut. But like I said, it just doubled in time, and I didn't notice it. It's like growing taller when you're a kid. You don't notice your height until your mom walks in and is like, "Hey, you're taller than me."
In your situation, did you always have that height, or was there like a specific age where you just shot up?
uh, I was always tall, but like it
Mhm.
wasn't until I was like 14 that I grew 6 feet. And I noticed that. I obviously noticed I was taller than everybody else, even taller than the teachers. But that was just that was probably the bigger moment. That, and I think after high school, I think I
Mhm.
was 6'4" during high school. Then after high school, I was like 6'6", 6'6" and a half.
I mean, it stands out. I mean, there are a lot of tall people, but your height stands out more even because of your weight class. People aren't used to seeing a fighter as tall as that. I'm curious, your nickname, the Towering Inferno. When did you receive that nickname, and who kind of gave that one to you?
Uh, I got that nickname from my promoter, Samson, and he says it's from a movie. I never seen the movie. I don't think I ever will see the movie, but he said it's a great movie. I didn't even watch the redo of it, the Skyscraper movie. So I always tell him one day I'll watch it. One day I'll watch it. I'm never gonna watch it.
And I was going to ask you if you've ever seen it. Um, when you first heard him like kind of throw that one out there, what were your thoughts on it? Did you like it? Did you not like it? What was your interpretation?
Well, honestly, my opinion of it, at first I didn't like it. I didn't like it because I felt like he was picking on me almost. And I was like, look at this guy, look, making fun of me, making fun of my height. This guy's like 5'6". But uh, eh, people like it, the fans like it, so I guess I have to like it, you know?
Understood. Thank you for answering that one. This fight upcoming against Sergio Garcia, a fighter that's fought the vast majority of his bouts in Spain. How closely have you studied them, and has it been hard to find video on him?
I don't study him. I don't watch no
Mhm.
fights from him. That's my father's job. My father watches all the things, and we go back to the gym, and he tells me what I should do or need to do for this fight, and I just listen.
As far as records and things of that, do you pay any attention to that information either, or is that just again something that your father deals with?
We don't really look at that. I fought an undefeated fighter before. This is nothing new to me. So
Mhm. Um, as far as the type of style that is your father saying that he's coming in with, how do you think your styles will mesh in the ring, and what does that tell you about the expectation for this upcoming bout?
I don't really care for the style he brings. I'm just trying to make this fight my fight. Whether
Mhm.
I want to fight on the inside or if I want to fight on the outside, I'm gonna do it because I'm making the fight. I'm making it the way it's supposed to be. As if I'm the coach holding the mitts for a fighter. I'm gonna make him throw the punches I want to throw, counter the stuff that he's throwing, and make the fight mine.
I know that in the past you said actually that you like to fight inside, that that's your preference. Is that something that you still feel?
Of course, of course. But we've been working on a lot of different things. We had a lot of time for this fight, so we've been working on a lot of different things, and we're excited to display them on December 5th.
When you're in the middle of a war and you're having to make those tactical decisions, whether you're going to stay inside or if you're going to go outside and move your range, what are some of the decision making process that you have to go through in order to decide, hey, I want to stay on the outside, or if I want to stay on the inside? What are you seeing, or what are you thinking of when you make that decision?
Well, it's something that I usually do, and it's probably not the smartest tactic, but it's just something I'm comfortable with. I don't let the guy hit me flush or anything like that, but I just want to, like I said, it's not the smartest thing to do, but, and we've been working something different, definitely, but I'll let me a jab or something like that. And if I feel like there's no power there, I'm just going to walk through the guy. I'm just going to walk through the guy. After that punch, no punch is going to hurt me after that.
How much of that is due to your chin, that you can take a punch? Like, is there a fine line there between like, okay, I felt this guy, he's got power, or is it, nah, I could take it, I'm going to keep going through?
Yeah, I think it's both. And then condition. You have to have the conditioning to take those punches. And we work a lot of conditioning, so do a lot of running.
I'm looking even back at the Gallimore fight, someone that obviously had a lot of talent, someone that had a name. Kind of walking me through that fight for just a little bit. How did you gauge his power, and what were some of the decisions that you made, particularly in that fight?
That was the same thing. I felt his power. It didn't feel like anything hard to me, so I just walked through him. And when I'm on the offense, throwing punches at him, he didn't seem to throw punches, so that's all I did. Threw punches. But they're hard punches, and they ended up stopping him in the fifth round.
I know that most boxers will say they don't look for the knockout. It just comes kind of naturally. But do you expect the knockout at this point when you step into the ring?
I don't expect it. I don't think you should ever expect a knockout, but I do expect to win. And if the knockout comes, or if it's a decision win, I just expect, that's the only thing I want to do, because I worked hard for it. That's the only thing I want, the win. Final
question from me. And I'm sure people have asked you this a whole bunch of times. Obviously, you've got a 6'6" frame. The future at welterweight, or super welterweight, excuse me. Is it the idea that you think like, hey, I'm cool here, I'm comfortable here, I'm going to win my first title as a super welterweight, or could you be coaxed to move up to middleweight?
It's whatever my body tells me to. Right now, we're still walking at 154, around that weight. It's not a problem. Maybe next year, who knows what my body tells me, but right now we're comfortable at 154. If I still wanted to do it, I could probably still make 47. So, but right now we're comfortable right here at 54. I want to get a belt at 154. I want to get all the belts at 154, but would stay at 54 for a little bit. Like I said, until my body tells me different.
I hear you. Well, so far everything's looking like it's working. You've looked phenomenal in your last few fights. Sebastian, thank you so much.
Thank you.